Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymox, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be of about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. How's everybody doing tonight? And let's see if we can get rid of this extra window.
Definitely been weird.
That one. Cool. How's everyone doing this fine Wednesday evening? Actually, technically, I guess it's Thursday morning now in some parts.
Oh, yeah. In your parts.
In my parts. Last swig of that nasty coffee.
Mm-hmm. At least if you can get a boost out of it.
Maybe. You hear that thing that sounded like a fart? That wasn't a fart. That was my human shop vac body. Human shop vac making noise over here.
Your human shop vac.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear anything.
You didn't? Yeah. It goes. It's this lovely device in this bag here with tubes connected to me that sucks the juice out of my leg. Doesn't that sound fun?
Oh, so you do have to carry that around. Do you carry that around?
24/7.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, it sucks. And it's got this tube that comes out of the wound on my leg, this big thing here, and it goes down to my leg and it comes up to this pump, and of course I catch it on freaking everything now. Walk outside, catch it on the big rubber tree plant, like get up in the morning, to go take a whiz or something, and like catch it on the corner of the bed, and it's yanking on my leg, and it sucks.
That can't be good for the infection either, because every time yeah.
Yeah, I haven't ripped it off, but it's been close a couple of times.
But irritating it.
Yeah. Went to my first wound center appointment the other day. God, I was there for like 2.5, almost 3 hours. But it went okay. I was nervous as a dog shitting pine cones on the way there because I just had a bad feeling. Like I woke up with a bad feeling and just
Like that what? They were gonna say something wasn't right, or
yeah, I just had a bad feeling they were going to say, "Oh, it's infected. We got to chop your leg off."
did they
No,
do blood work?
no, no, they didn't. Still haven't had blood work. And they're like, "When's the last time you took antibiotics?" I'm like, "Oh, like over a week ago." And they looked at it, they dug all through it, which sucked. But yeah, they looked all in the wound and poked in there with Q-tips and a scalpel and some other items of torture. And yeah, they said, "Oh, it looks good. Looks like it's healing really good." So I said, "So do I still need the shop vac, the wound vac?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, you're still gonna have that. You still gotta have that." I had reprieve though because they took it off, and go figure, at a wound center, they don't put the wound vac back on. They're like, "No, your home health nurse will have to put it back on." I'm like, "Well, cool. I got like an hour's long drive to get home, so I got reprieve for an hour." I drove home, took my time because it was pouring rain, and I stopped at the Bass Pro Shop and went in there and hobbled around for a little while, all without having to drag this thing with me because it was disconnected and taken off my
You
leg.
were free for a little bit.
I was a free man for like an hour and a half.
Broke
Damn,
those chains.
felt real good. But as soon as I got home, I called my home health nurse and she's like, "Okay, I'll be there in just a few minutes." It's been back on ever since. It's weird though. They stuffed collagen in my wound, and the lady was like, "Yeah, this is made from sheep's." What did she say? It's made from the inner lining of a sheep's intestine. I'm like, "Oh man, am I going to start like middle of the night going meh, meh?"
I know chicken feet has a lot of collagen in it.
Yeah.
That's why Asian women will suck the chicken toes because they get the natural collagen. Their skin's so good.
Mm,
But there's collagen in sheep lining.
apparently so. They're like, this is the closest thing to our human, collagen that we use in it. She's like, "I'm going to cut it up like into confetti and stick it in your wound." And I was like, okay, hold on a minute."
So wait, is that what starts to make the scab up or to close up the skin, or
It just helps regenerate healing cells in your meat. I would say
oh
skin, but it's like a big,
yes, that's meat.
it's meat.
It's all meat.
The skin covers it, but yeah, there's a big hole there and it's just all like red meat.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's supposed to help regenerate healing cells, that helps you heal, helps the wound heal. But yeah, it's just weird. I'm like, so I got sheep's intestinal linings being stuffed in a hole in my leg, and it stays there. Because see, I had a bad dream. Like when they do the wound vac, they cut this foam and they pack the wound with this black foam, and then put a dressing over it, that a drape over it, and then there's a hole cut in it, and then the wound vac attaches to that, and then it sucks that sponge and your leg.
Oh, like a butt little and extra thing in the middle. Just
Yeah.
slow it down.
So I had this bad dream that they cut pieces of foam and stuffed it in my leg and
Because
like
that happens. They'll
forgot.
leave sponge and shit in there.
Yeah, like forgot a couple of pieces, my leg healed up with with sponge inside it. So I had that dream. So when she's like, "Hey, I'm going to cut this up into little pieces and stuff it in your leg," and I'm like,
Your
wait a minute,
spidey sensors are like, what?
hey, wait a minute, does this stay in my leg? And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "So it just stays in there." Even if my leg heals, and she's like, "Yeah, it dissolves." I'm like, Okay, just making sure because I had a weird dream, and yeah, I don't want any foreign objects left in my leg while it heals up.
So if you get like super bad road rash or something, and you get like a really good collagen based product of some sort, or go buy some sheep lining at the butcher shop, if you slap that on your like road rash, will that help yourself heal quicker?
I have no idea. It doesn't sound promising to me because she assured me that this collagen it comes in a sheet, like about.
Yeah, that's how I'm picturing it.
And she said, it's been treated and cleaned and it's run through a process. It's not just like they rip some intestines out and they're going to
Oh
stuff
god, what if you get worms and shit, like the parasites and all that from undercooked? That's the shit people are eating and getting worms,
it.
but you won't get worms.
Nah.
A man the other day had a worm on his brain
I
because
was
he
going to
was
say,
eating some weird stuff.
mm, oh, that sucks, Heather. I hope you feel better. The new COVID. Yeah, it's been going around.
Oh, what, is she sick?
Hmm.
Oh, Heather. Is it she says she has COVID?
The new COVID.
So is it the razor blade COVID, like the sore throat COVID?
Round 33. So I was freaking out a few days back. I don't know. I may have mentioned it last Wednesday because I woke up and I was getting a sore throat. And I'm like, dude, I don't even need to be getting
I
sick
have
right
one right now, man. And that's what I woke up with it, and I thought it was from me, like under the fan snoring with the door open, window open. But normally in the morning, I'll take a sip of coffee, and that lump kind of like goes away, you know?
now. Yeah.
It's been 2 days now, and my tonsils are like huge. And like I feel like I'm sick behind my nose and my yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
Stop. What was I saying about the meat?
Mm.
What
Yeah.
are you
That,
talking about, Linda? Stop what?
that or
Talking about
they would have packed it full of maggots and let all the
rough
maggots
meat.
eat the
Oh,
dead.
they do that still.
Yeah, they do.
And they use the leeches.
Maggots, as gross as they
Are very clean when it comes to eating like old wounds
yeah,
out.
yeah, they're actually clean, but
Yeah.
they
As
sure,
disgusting as they are, they will clean some funk.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, we opened it up talking about whole
Oh, Heather.
holes of meat in your leg and COVID and now maggots. We're just off to a roll here. Sheep
No,
intestines in my leg. Mm,
you're the weird for the Wednesday.
yeah, I'm the living weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been like, yeah.
The living weird Rob.
My nurse was asking me today. She was like asking me my weight, and I told her the wrong weight, and she's like, "Wow, you've gone up 10 pounds since day before yesterday." And then I gave her my blood sugar, and she was like, "Seriously?" And then I realized I'm giving her the complete wrong numbers, and I'm like, "Remember I told you a few minutes ago that I've kind of got space brain going on? See, this is what I'm talking about."
The brain fog. So you were just going off of memory? You didn't have it written down?
I was just going off memory, and
Oh,
yeah, my memory wasn't correct, and yeah, hence why we've been driving around in the car, and Darcy's like, "Are you okay?"
gotcha.
Yeah, I've had whatever happened to me in the hospital. I don't know. I've still got kind of like brainesia going on or something.
I think you died for a little bit.
Could have.
And I think that they didn't tell you because when I saw you, your picture after Rob, that wasn't Rob in the face. Like that was you, but I felt like oh my god, Rob went through it hard, and I feel like I mean I know you had the transfusion and everything, but you just had a whole different look to me. Like you went somewhere
Yeah.
and you went through it.
My nurse today was like, "Well, you were in some pretty bad shock, and you did have loss of a lot of blood, and she's naming all these things, and you were under anesthesia, and this and that, and the operation, and the one before it. Your body's been through a lot of trauma, and it might just take a while for you and your brain and everything else to settle back down to normal."
100%.
Okay.
I think she's right. And because you're so strong and you are the way you are, I don't think you recognize or notice exactly how much trauma you really did, your body really went through, and how much it's continuing. All of these little things are trauma. Every time you have to have it changed, that's a slight trauma. Dealing with the ordeal you're dealing with is a trauma, and thinking about the things you're having to think about, and then you're having the dreams. So I do not blame me one bit. I am not surprised. If it was anybody else, I'd be surprised, though, that you are doing as good as you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been an interesting last 5 or 6 months, that's for sure. Yeah, they were digging around in it at the wound center the other day, and I was laying on the cot bed, whatever the
Good
hell you.
night, Deb. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, and they're like fingering around my hole, and I'm kind of like I'm just breathing through it because it was starting to hurt, and
Yeah.
she stops and she's like, "Let me give you some lidocaine." I was like, "Thank you."
You didn't think I might need this first?
Yeah, she's like, let me put some of this in there because you look like you're a little uncomfortable. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a complainer, but yeah, that doesn't feel good.
I'm getting to the point I can't just breathe through it.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to separate myself.
but it's weird, they put the lidocaine in there and numbed it all up. And then the doctor came in and, he's fiddling around in there and poking it and Q-tipping it. And then he pulls out
Mm-mm.
a scalpel and I'm like, "Ooh," and he's like, "Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to cut you." He goes, "Man, you've been through enough. You don't need any more trauma." And I'm like, "I will agree with you there." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm looking over your records, and man, you've been through a lot, dude." I'm like, "Yeah, I have. I'm ready to get off this ride." But yeah, he was. Even though it was all numbed up, it's just a weird feeling because you can feel.
Them inside your leg.
Yeah, you can feel a finger or a Q-tip or whatever, an instrument like.
Fiddling around in a spot it shouldn't be fiddling around in.
Yeah, like it didn't hurt at that point. It
But
was
you feel
just
the
weird.
pressure.
Yeah, it was just a weird, uncomfortable feeling like that. Your finger really shouldn't be inside my leg right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt, but it's just kind of making me
Finger
feel.
in my meat hole.
Yeah, exactly. You like hit that certain spot.
Okay, I freak out when you need when you need stitches and they go and stick like the needle right into the open wound. It's like, ugh.
Yeah,
So yeah, if that's gonna, make me ugh,
yeah,
having someone fingering around in a gash like that, I'd be like gripping the table, like holding the seat handles, like
yeah. Yeah, I looked at a picture of it, because it's like in a weird place where it's hard
Good
for
night,
me
Heather.
to see it. Yeah, I feel better, Heather. It's in a weird place for me to like see it. So, I'm always having somebody take a picture, or I'm trying to take a picture so I can see what's going on. And the one I got the other day, I was looking at it and I'm like, man, that's just freaking creepy looking, because it's like I see these things like I'm like, is that like worms or what the hell is that?
I was just typing worms because she said worms. So I
Uh,
said, oh, yeah, the worms. I was looking for the worm emoji.
yeah, but then I realized it was the pieces of collagen. It was the pieces that she cut up that were kind of like rolled up in there, and I'm like, okay, that makes me feel a little better, because I was looking at it at first, going, oh, what the hell is in my leg now? Looks like I'm growing some worms. No, wasn't worms.
That's a good way, though. Like, good focus point when you do the mind healing. Like, when you want to close your eyes and focus in exactly on the spot and feel it, you can focus on like the little collagen y feelings, and that'll like put your brain right in that area. And then
Yeah,
just picture when you feel those little feelings that the cells are breaking down and doing their work, and picture it like the medicine commercials on TV, the animations, and that your body is just doing what it's supposed to do.
yeah. I hope so. I keep hoping so. I'm like, I'm willing the infection to not be there, and to heal, and yeah,
Yeah.
I can do. They told me I need to up my protein by at least 60 grams a day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm
And
like,
you're on carnivore still?
oh yeah. I'm like, well, my diet consists of protein, no carbs, no sugar. So that's all I do is eat, fish, chicken, beef, bacon, and eggs, and
Like nothing but protein.
and they're like, yeah, you still need it. So I just bought a thing of this protein drink thing tonight that they suggested. It's only got 1 gram of sugar in it, so I'm gonna try that. They're like, yeah, you need to have at least 2 protein drinks a day for 60 more grams of protein,
Is
because
it in sure what kind of protein drink?
it's like a powder that you mix. I was gonna buy the bottles of it, but damn, the big jug of it was like almost $30, and the drinks themselves were like $18 for, I don't know, 4 or 6 of, I think 6 of them.
Like a protein shake or like an Ensure?
Yeah, just it's a little different. It's like Ensure's got a lot of sugar and calories
Yeah.
stuff in it. These don't have the sugar and the, I don't know, it's like 100 or something calories in it. But yeah, I just opted for the powder. I can mix it in milk or water or whatever I want.
There you go.
But yeah, it's weird. I kind of, I'm still doing the carnivore diet, but I have like eaten some vegetables and some rice and black beans just because I felt like it.
You
Yeah.
don't gotta follow. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
your way.
I'm pretty strict on it, but yeah. I mean, I just listen to my body. If I have a craving for something, I usually get it. Unless it's like crack or heroin or something. Then
Yeah, then
I stray away from those cravings.
at
But now,
least maybe the heroin.
yeah, exactly. Well, there was 3 Mega Million Dollar tickets. Needless to say, I'm not a billionaire or a millionaire or
Had four.
even a
I went the
thousand.
next night. They closed. I was there 40 minutes after,
Mm,
and there was like 35 winners in California, two of the big ones.
Jeez.
I wouldn't have got it
Can you imagine winning that much money? What was it? 1.8 billion?
I know I can't.
Jeez.
And I didn't. I should have manifested. Like, I mean, I did. Put this pyrite. I'm still wearing it,
Yep.
and I blessed it. I was doing it right 11:11 before I did whatever. I did kind of a little ritual, but not like I really could have if I wanted to, because I don't believe in using witchcraft for money. I just don't. Except there's things you can do to change your luck with money, like on candles.
Yeah.
But I'm not one to like. I just don't ever do money spells. I don't know. I should. I should do like. I mean, I'll do prosperity bottles, but I never.
Have you?
I've done it for a job. I always get the job when I do the reverse candle, like for job interviews.
I thought this was interesting. My neighbor told me the other day. He's like, hey, yeah. He was telling me, he's going to buy tickets, and he was like, I got on the computer and I went to, I don't know, Chat GPT or something, and I ask AI what are the best lottery numbers.
I thought about that.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, maybe that's not a terrible idea. He's like, yeah, it completely like came up with a conclusion to my question, and it said it had searched and these were the most likely numbers. I'm like, maybe I'll try that.
I did think about
I
it.
haven't
I thought hella people would have done it.
I haven't heard from him. So I'm sure I would have heard from him if he'd won like $1,000,000 or something. But
Dude, I'd be opposite. If I won, nobody'd be hearing from my ass.
yeah, really. Anybody seen Jamie in the last
No, I
3
think she's
weeks?
in Costa Rica somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't even imagine having that much. I mean, I can imagine it. That'd be awesome. But
I
yeah,
actually can't.
that's a lot of money. Yeah, my one friend was like, "Oh, if you won that," actually, my neighbor was, "Oh, if you won that, you'd move and you'd do this and that." And I'm like, probably wouldn't. I may have another house somewhere, but so I like where I live, but I would totally change it. I would have my whole house landscaped, my whole yard landscaped. I'd put a fence up. I'd screen in my front porch and my back porch. Probably put a pool in the backyard, and I would have a nice truck and a nice boat in my driveway. And that's
Exactly.
really, I don't need anything else.
No.
I'd get a hundred
It's
thousand
just you
dollar
would
watch.
have it so you didn't have to like worry about when stuff happens, like at least money. Because like most problems, like when you watch stuff and the people have all the money, it's like the more money you have, the bigger your problems get. And I don't want to like have problems like that. I
Yeah,
just don't want to have to stress over stupid money stuff. And I also, if I had like unlimited money, I couldn't do this with like money, but I think, okay, I'm going to take care of myself and my family, make sure that everybody's set. Everybody has a house and has a vehicle, and things are paid off. And I would take care of my family, and then have some places put up around the country, shelters for animals and shelters for people. And then I would have workers working in them, and some like wildlife, like rescue places, and give people jobs, so then they can work and do it all. But that's like if I had so much money, I didn't know what to do with it. I would just have shelters to take care of like everybody.
yeah,
I don't need like purses and like all that crap.
yeah. Like, I mean, I see some people that, hell, I've even got some friends that are very wealthy, and they've got like 3 or 4 cars, and they'll buy like a $200,000 boat, and just like, I'm just like, that's just I wouldn't. That's just not me. I mean, I wouldn't mind being comfortable.
Yeah, and having some nice things, of
Comfortable
course.
being, like the other day, we had to take the dog to the vet, and that's $500. It's like being able to pay for things like that. We had to put it on a credit card. It's like be nice to just have money to.
Travel and go out too, like actually live
Yeah,
life and experience life.
yeah. Like anytime we want to go somewhere, it's like we gotta save up and.
It's like groceries
Oh yeah,
or gas.
yeah. Just went to the grocery store again and just, geez, man,
Two or
take a loan
three.
out just to go to the grocery store these days.
It's at least 45 to like 75 per visit. California is just
Oh yeah, couldn't imagine.
horrible. It's bad everywhere, but California, they really got us.
Mm.
Anyhow,
So
what you got weird going on?
I hadn't really been on the computer much today because I've been somewhat busy. But do they have a shooter that shot Charlie Kirk? No. Okay. Because yeah, at first I heard they had somebody, and then they were like, no, that's not him. And then they had somebody else they were holding, but then I heard no, the shooter's still at large. So
Yeah,
hmm,
last I heard, no. And then I got that video from my mom that I sent you guys to from Redacted. They're like, again, why was this guy on a roof? And
yeah,
someone else said it looks like a professional. Because I'm like, when I saw the other guy, I'm like, okay, it's just like an extremist Democrat. Maybe this one isn't a false flag. This isn't something crazy. Like it's just a nut. Like it's really just a nut. No crazy story. This guy just went crazy. I thought the shot was like way too lucky for him, but then it's like, okay, here we go. I don't want to have to like always be like, but wait.
yeah. I mean, I'd heard the shot was like 200 yards away, and rifles are good, but I mean 200 yards is that's
We gotta have a good
yeah, that's a
scope.
pretty technical shot. you know, that's like not just some crazy kid that got hold of a rifle is gonna. Not saying they can't make that shot, but you know what I mean. I mean that's a kind of a serious shot to be making. Like that should be like it seems like it was done by somebody that knew what they were doing with a rifle and how to use the scope properly and
And that's exactly where they wanted to
yeah,
hit.
I don't know.
And one of the videos on the compilation of like some cell phone ones where they had the angle um where you could kind of see how far back the stage actually was compared to how far back the shot was. It was like, oh damn. And then the whole, people started taking
Yeah,
off. But I feel for his family so bad. He tried to protect his family all the time, keep them out of like the limelight and protect them from all these things. And it's like no matter what you think, again though, if this is a setup, then it doesn't even matter. Because violence isn't the answer. But now I'm not thinking it was just a crazed extremist left, you know, extremist left wing person that just went crazy.
yeah.
Again, there's more to it.
It was kind of weird that when they took him away, they just shoved him in an SUV. There was no ambulance there or anything. I mean, it's kind
Yeah.
of weird that like any music festival or any even the little shit that goes on, just in my own town.
The fair has an
Yeah, there's
ambulance.
always paramedics there just in case somebody has a heart attack, falls down, trips over the curb, gets shot, whatever, there's usually always an ambulance there. And, this is an event that was at a university that had, I don't know how many thousand people there or whatever, and there's no paramedics on standby or anything, and they just chuck him in an SUV. It's like, good luck working on him in the back seat of an SUV. you know, I mean,
You are so right, Azariana.
I heard he had a pretty serious, excellent security team, but I mean, the back seat of an SUV sure isn't accommodated like the back of an
No,
ambulance.
because they first said, oh, they got him to the hospital, and like he was still at that point making it seem like he was alive. But when you saw the shot and the artery hit, how much came out just there? Do you think about how much you can hold? And then every time his heart beats, it's going to
Oh, yeah.
keep pumping out. And it's like, even if they zoom, 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 got him like as fast as they could onto like an ambulance, he's going to be losing a lot by then. And
Yeah.
I don't know, they might be able to, but it didn't seem, I wasn't feeling lucky, but I still held hope. But knowing that, it's like, oh no, he just bled out in that van.
Yeah. Sucks.
It's horrible, horrible. And then we just had, that Ukrainian woman. It's like been a really somber, bad couple days.
Yeah. Like that dude that did that. I mean, would he been arrested 14 times or something?
Something
I,
like that. His mom said he should be locked
yeah.
up.
Why is he still out and about and able to do shit like that? I mean, maybe everybody deserves a second chance, but that girl that was sitting in the seat there, she ain't getting a second chance.
And the way people just got up and walked out. Luckily, though, because everyone's saying like she just totally died alone, there is a picture I have of a man after that was with her until like the people got off, but he was a man sitting with her holding her arm. So she was not completely alone. At least one person did sit with that poor poor woman.
Yeah.
She's a refugee that came here for love and peace to get away from what she was in.
Sucks, but she came to the wrong place.
Yeah. And then everyone keeps cropping, that one image of her just looking terrible. It's like, oh, I just cannot, being an empath, seeing the eyes and seeing that fear. I know for a lot of you, just that look in her face right there, especially if you've had trauma like that, it's like, I hate using the word triggering, but it really is. It's like that image right there just, it's heartbreaking. We should get to some weird stuff. But I pray for everyone to be safe and just be vigilant and don't answer your doors late at night if you don't know who's coming over. 'Cause, we got people just kicking doors in and knocking on doors late. Like, just be extra careful right now. Don't live in fear, but be aware.
Live in cock locked and loaded.
Yeah, just be aware.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Where's it at? Where's it at? All right. Let's see. How do I work this thing? Jane, get me off this crazy thing. Stop screen sharing. Okay, start screen sharing. Share screen. Stop. Start. Yeah, remember I talked about this a while back. The weird Russian doomsday radio, blah 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 thing. Well, it's somewhere in Russia, an enigmatic signal has been broadcasting for reasons that still remain unclear. The mysterious shortwave radio station known as UVB 76, but also sometimes called the buzzer, has been broadcasting a signal from somewhere within Russia for several decades. I played a little bit of this on a show a couple of weeks back. Its indeterminate purpose, coupled with the strange and disjointed nature of its broadcast, has earned it something of a reputation among radio enthusiasts around the world. Ardent listeners have managed to pick up all manner of strange sounds from this station, ranging from hums and buzzes to clips of cartoon characters, disjointed sentences, numbers being recited by a synthetic voice, and other seemingly random words, phrases, and sounds. This has been a great deal of debate over exactly what these broadcasts mean and whether it's some overarching purpose to UVB 76 that nobody has been able to decipher. The enigmatic station comes to life once more on Monday of this week when it transmitted two cryptic voice messages consisting of code words such as Nizit, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, NZHTI, Nitsi, and hotel, as well as a string of numbers such as 38, 956 78 58 88 37, which could be coordinates. Exactly what these messages mean and who they are intended for remains unclear. Some say UVB 76 is an old Soviet dead man switch that triggers a nuclear attack on the West when it stops buzzing, said freelance radio monitor Ari Bonder. Others say it's a homing beacon for UFOs or a mind control device, which the Russians can program your mind. In the past, it was said that it was a remote control station belonging to Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
Where'd you go?
Where did I go? Am I gone? I guess I am. I'm gone.
I don't see you anywhere, Rob.
How about now? There we go.
There you are. I thought the lighthouses were the alien watchers. Ah. Ah. This has like doesn't have a good thing like StreamYard. It doesn't like um line up good like how StreamYard
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah. Doomsday UVB radio.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. You can go online, look it up. You can go online and listen to it live, and you can hear all kinds of weird shit on there that makes no sense.
Did you
What's that?
did you
Yeah. Yeah, I've listened to it like over the years. I didn't, I don't listen to it for hours because, I mean, it could be trying to program your brain.
Uh-huh. It could be doing yeah.
But
Good
I just,
thinking.
over the last 10 years, I've just like randomly go there and like listen to it and see what it's doing. Sometimes it's like just, other times it's beep, 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 beep. It's all these weird sounds like SOS messages. And then sometimes it's just random numbers being repeated or just weird words or sentences. I don't know. I have no idea what it is, but it's been going on for decades, apparently. It's got to mean something, or is it something from Chernobyl or somewhere that just got abandoned and it just keeps on running? Who knows? Maybe it's the portal to the netherworld. Who knows?
I'm surprised. I don't think I've heard of this.
No.
Mm-mm. I don't feel like I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, just Google. Let me see here.
I had an article org for Putin I didn't use where him and President Xi whatever when they're talking, like Putin wants to have a head transplant and the China dude, he's like what is it, Xi? How do you
Yeah.
say it? Um was talking about the black market organs, and that through their black market organ program, um, they could ensure like they could make a Putin that could live forever. I just didn't read it tonight, but yeah, he wants a head transplant.
Freaking weirdos. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting sicky.
UVB 76. Don't do that. Yeah, just Google that UVB 76 and it'll come up. You can go to the station and listen to it. Or there's recordings of it as well. But yeah, you can still go to the
Oh, like
yeah, you
archives.
can still go to the actual radio broadcast and hear it. Weird. I don't know. Don't know what it means. It's always intrigued me though. What was the phone number that
Hmm.
you used to be able to call that had just weird shit on it? I can't remember that. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? There's a weird phone number that you could call, and it was like this big internet story for the longest time, way back in the day.
Yeah. Shoot. I do not remember. But I do. But I don't.
Yeah,
But see, you just did that on purpose. You looked at me and said, to my remotes.
devil cat, devil cat.
Do you see her? She's devil cat right now. She's a pink girl. Ooh, scary booty.
Wow.
What's behind the letters? She's a scary boot. Scary boots. Wrong. Okay. I need to go get some vitamin C out of the closet.
Yep, I've been taking vitamin C, zinc, and something
But
else.
and I have vitamin D and coconut capsules. Coconut oil capsules. And that's been my cocktail. But doubling on the vitamin C and D because tripling because they don't tell you the right amount. You need way more vitamin D than they. I hate saying that. Than they recommend. Needs the vitamin D.
Yeah, you need the D. I got my
Okay,
vitamin D the other day. I went out, sat on the beach for a couple of hours, 2 or 3 days in a row, and got sunburnt. I was talking to Sam the other day, and I sent her like a little picture of me in the wound clinic, and she's like, "Are you sunburned?" Because my face is real red. It's still kind of pretty red right there, and I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "As long as I've known you, I've never seen you sunburnt before."
that's funny.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, yo, antibiotics. You're not supposed to go in the sun on antibiotics.
Yeah,
I
kind
just
of
thought
blew
of
that.
that.
Kind of blew that.
Yeah, it does a few different things.
What does it do? Does it make the sun more intense to you? Does it
Yeah,
reduce the efficiency of the antibiotics? What? Why can't you go? Why are you advised not to go in the sun on antibiotics?
because it does shit to your skin,
Uh, I know the tops of my feet felt like I had a blowtorch on them.
and I don't know why else. I can't remember why else. But
Yeah, special. That was it. It was a 976 number. 976.
Why is
Only
it
eight.
advised not to go in the sun on antibiotics?
Got to be careful with those 976 numbers. Get away from
Photosensitivity, making your skin more sensitive to sunlight and leading to exaggerated sunburns,
Oh,
rashes, or
right.
inflammation, like a severe sunburn or eczema like rash.
Yep.
When the drug in your skin absorbs UV light. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My arms were like peeling, and the tops of my
Lockerman.
feet, tops of my feet were like really burnt, like hurt.
At least you don't have to get prednisone for it. That's horrible.
I like the way prednisone makes me feel like for the first week, but then after that, it sucks. But man, that when you first go on it, you feel like Superman. It's like I got energy, I got muscles, and then it leaves you hanging dry.
Yeah. I had water balloon, like blisters that were like water balloons hanging off of my body
Oh,
because we went scuba diving and my wetsuit was screwed up. So we had some dollar store cooking spray for the hibachi. We sprayed it on my arms and all that to like slide my arms into the wetsuit. And camped overnight. The next day, just got up, didn't really take a shower, nothing, just um, had on a life jacket. And no, I didn't even have a life jacket. I was just sitting in a float tube in like a tank top, baking in the sun all day from that oil, cooking oil that had been on me. And didn't think about it. And I had a shirt on. Went home and I'm like, what are these bulges under my clothes? Like, it just felt weird. And I took it off and it looked like I had like 30 boobs hanging off of me everywhere, like
oh man,
huge sacks of sunburn. It was the sickest thing in the world. Yeah, I had to be put on prednisone and oh my god. Oh, you can't lay down. You can't, oh. Like water balloons.
gnarly.
Mm-hmm. Don't use cooking spray as lubricant to get into your wetsuit.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try this live. Here's a weird old phone number to call. Let's see what we get. Hi, welcome to 976 chat. Okay, here we go. Well, that didn't work. Let's try it again.
Yeah, I've been to the winter. I'm not sure what time you're talking about. And I don't know if I have your text number. It's probably been a really long time since we've talked, but not sure which time you're referring to. But I have been there quite a bit, so I probably went. Do you want to pull up the? Are you calling the number? Are you going to pull up the?
Yeah, I was trying to call the number, but it's weird. It just doesn't ring. It doesn't do anything. It just is trying to call 858-651-5050. You'll hear what sounds like the most unusual poem ever produced in a series of phrases recited by both male and female speakers. Well, that one doesn't work apparently. So I'm gonna look for another one while you're doing this next.
This is just weird, and I am sorry. I cut the video down, and you couldn't understand it. I just muted it, and I cut a bunch of stuff out. But this is a hologram cop that's supposed to like detour people. I don't know. I I don't know. It's got a little projector. Wait, what is that? Is that it? Yeah. South Korea deploys life-size holographic police officers to prevent crime. The police have been testing life-size holographic police to increase people's safety and discourage crime in South Korea's every evening between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Like right when he's going to be there. Over 170 centimeters tall appears in Judong Number 3 Park, a busy area in Janggu Xiao, reminding residents that in emergencies, the police will respond immediately and that there are surveillance cameras everywhere. But this is no ordinary police officer, but a 3D hologram designed to provide psychological stability to citizens and prevent disorderly behavior. Created by Hologrammica, a tech company specializing in holographic content, the life-size policeman model was installed in October of last year, and recent data shows that it has had a significant impact on crime reduction in Judong Number 3 Park. This hologram sign is becoming established as a smart security device that increases citizens' perceived safety. Their perceived safety. Oh, it has a psychological preventative effect against disorderly behavior. Chief Andong Hun said, "We'll continue to expand crime prevention activities that incorporate AI technology to create a park environment where citizens can feel safe." All this is false sense of security. Feel safe. Blah, blah, blah. I think it looks ridiculous. Oh, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. According to the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency, a comparison of the same period before and after the sign's installation showed that the number of crimes occurring within the park's radius decreased by approximately 22%, which is considered a significant result. Well, maybe they think that that's lame, but that there's cameras, perhaps. The thought of cameras might be reducing because their laws are different out there. South Korean police stress that although this technology cannot directly arrest criminals, it does have substantial results in preventing crime and creating a sense of security that its scope of application may be expanded in the future depending on the situation, like putting an ADT sign in your front yard without the alarm. Although it was clear upon closer inspection that the person wasn't a real person, I don't even think you have to get close to realize it. The mere perception of police presence had a significant deterrent effect, police sources said. Despite the positive feedback from the police, the holograph didn't make that big of an impression on the general public. Most people commenting online compared it to a modern-day scarecrow and joked that the number of crimes may have decreased because people were scared to go into the park after seeing a ghostly police officer. I didn't think about that one because it does look like a ghost. What the hell? There's a police ghost patrolling around here. What the hell are people thinking? One person wrote.
Hmm.
So, yes, we have a little video to show you how this thing actually works. I cut it up into little, just stupid pieces, and then it shows the guy they modeled it after. It doesn't even line up. Like, seriously, come on. I hope Project Bluebeam is way better than this.
It's like a cardboard cutout.
And it's a guy who's like standing in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. That's the office. That's the ghost man.
It's like, oh, a scary ghost in park.
And she's like, "Oh no." See, look at that. It's so lame. Like lame. How does that deter? Like, how does that make anybody? Number one, feel safe.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just weird.
I'm surprised no one stole the
Yeah,
projector
really.
because it's got a straight like video projector right there behind it.
Hmm.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Police ghost? Is that what's deterring? It reminds you. So just the thought that world was watching you, like the Santa Claus
Yeah.
effect.
I don't know. All right, let's try another weird phone number just for a moment here. Let's see.
Did did I ever get your killer? Which case was that? 'Cause this was definitely a long time ago. Like probably
Okay.
8 or 9
This
years.
call requires a coin deposit. Please hang up momentarily, then redial your call by first depositing the local rate posted on the instruction card, or dial 0 for the operator. This call requires a coin deposit. Please hang up momentarily, then redial your call by first depositing the local rate posted on the instruction card.
What instruction card? How much is it? Is it a nickel, a quarter, a dollar? No, that was not that exciting, but that was a weird number.
I'm really bad about seeing people that I'm used to on one platform, and then when I see their handle and them on another platform, sometimes I forget. Yeah, coin deposit. That's like a payphone.
Yeah. Hmm. Here's another one. Let's try this one real quick.
That's a good question, Ariana. Like, does it call anything in? Does it set off an alarm?
We can help you find another business in the area, since the number you called is not in service. I'll look for you now. Press any key to continue.
I have no idea what
Again, press any key to continue.
What's the any key?
I can't
That
find that one.
That one was kind of a flop too. Come on, where are the good numbers at? Let's try one more place. Nope, that's not it. Okay, failed attempt.
Yeah, how old is it?
Okay, one more try here.
To call and Oates, your emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To
Your
hear
what?
it go, please press 2. To hear Manita, please press 3. To hear privatize, please press 4.
It's the emergency Hall and Oates line.
I thought it said something else.
Shit. My phone just died. Damn it. It's always something here.
Always something. What does it mean when it says paired?
Where?
Like by people's names?
I would be lying if I said I knew, because I don't.
Yeah, I thought at first that thing said something kind of naughty.
Naughty, naughty.
Naughty, naughty.
The emergency Hall and Oates line. I don't know. Maybe it did say something naughty. I don't know. That's what I thought I heard, though. Anyways, here's another one. Let's see here. How do we do this? Golly.
She thought his name was saying.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been. I should have pressed something, but I was going to
Yeah.
press something, but my phone died. It was completely dead. And of course, do I have a charger cord in here? No, I don't. Why? Because my desk is like looks like a trailer park after a tornado went through it.
Ew, you know how bad it is when someone steps on the Lego?
Oh yeah.
Or when you step on a Lego? Somebody stepped on one of those cube chargers for your phone.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, it went all the way, the prongs, all the way in the foot. All the way in the foot.
Ouch. Yeah, everybody that I know that has kids have experienced stepping on Legos. You know?
Yes. Or just being
Yeah. Okay. Is this one up? Yeah. Return to sender from beyond. Let's see what this says. All right.
Ooh.
It says a woman on TikTok shared a bizarre story about selling a creepy embroidered horse picture on Vented. What does that mean? I don't know. For the exact parcel to be inexplicitly returned to her doorstep, despite the buyer making it as received and leaving positive feedback on the package. Still sealed up. That's like still and sealed in one word. Sealed. still sealed up. God, I can't even read now. I'm just gone on full on retard mode. Still sealed
never go full retard.
and untouched. Ended up being delivered to her ex mother in law before being returned to her. The stitched artwork bore the name Sarah McElliott, age 14, 1981, adding to the eerie atmosphere. While some viewers suggested it was just a mix up in the Vinted system, others believe that the picture might be haunted and destined to stay with her forever. One commenter even shared a similar chilling experience with a wooden clog that mysteriously reappeared after being discarded, fueling speculation that some objects simply refuse to leave their owners. You ever sent a package off and it got returned, unexplainably returned, or something like that? You know, a long time ago, I had a Ouija board when I was a kid, and my mom found it and freaked out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she got rid of it, and it came back. And it was funny because here at the house, did I say this on the last show about the cup? I can't remember because my brain is like Swiss cheese. But stop me if I've already told this story. But when my mom was living here, there for towards the end, we got a bunch of cups that are sitting up, like way up in the kitchen on the top shelf that you can't reach. And there's like, I don't know, 8 or 10 cups that she like had put in the microwave for 20 minutes instead of 2 minutes,
Uh-huh.
and like pop the bottom off of them or set them on the burner on the stove to heat some coffee up, and of course crack the bottom. Anyways, long story short, she flipped out on this Ouija board when I was a kid, and said, no, 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 you can't have that. That's evil. Can't have it in the house. Blah, 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 blah. Like had a total freak out over it. Well, long story short, I had a big,
I kind of don't blame
yeah.
her though.
Well, I had this big coffee mug, and it was a Ouija board. I think I had it posted on my Facebook one time or whatever. But my mom would always use this cup. And she's like, "This is my favorite cup." And I'm like, "Mom, you realize
What?
that's got a Ouija board on it, right?" And it was just like, it was just like talking to the wall. She didn't even respond. And she just, every day she would put her coffee in that Ouija board coffee mug. And I'm thinking, man, there's some shit like possessed my mom or what's going on? Because
Was it because it was like a bigger size cup and she
yeah,
liked the way it
I mean, it was it was one of those oversized coffee
that's probably
cups.
why.
And it was heavy and had a big handle and was easy to hold and it was real smooth, but it was a full on Ouija board. And she was like, "This is my
Um
favorite mug." And I'm like, you're drinking coffee out of a Ouija board, right, Mom? And she just looked at
but
it
how
and
many times did she actually send that board back? I feel like wasn't that not just one time or
yeah, it was more than once.
yeah.
She like threw it away and it would
And
just
ended
keep.
up having to like bury it or do something, right?
I
Because
mean,
you
she
can't
ended up
guys couldn't
burning
get
it.
rid of it.
Yeah. It just kept showing up. And it was weird because I just found it in the closet. I was digging in the closet and I found it up on a shelf in the closet. And I got no idea where it came from. I even asked my brother, I'm like, dude, was this yours? At some point. And he's like, no, I ain't never had a Ouija board. Mom would have freaked out.
Was
And
that the house with the upside down furniture?
oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that explain things better?
kind of,
does that
yeah,
does that bring things into perspective a little more? Yeah,
a
that was
little
the
bit,
house.
a little bit.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff happened in that house. I drive by it now, and it's been gutted and rebuilt and, sold for I don't know, $2 million or something. And it's like completely different now. But I often wonder, I'm like, should I go back in there? Just, go up and knock on the door and say, "Hey, I used to live here when I was a kid. Can you mind if I just, come in your house and poke around?" They just let me out the nervous hospital. But yeah, I've always wondered. But I saw pictures of the inside of it, and it was so like horrifically changed, in my opinion, that I didn't even want to go in it. I'm like, man, they just ruined this place. Weird, like the kitchen is all.
Maybe could have happened. So they're like, we need to like just redo this shit.
Yeah, the kitchen looks like it reminds me of like an old morgue or something. I don't know. The kitchen is like got all this blue tile in it everywhere, and I don't know, it's just weird looking. But
I would always wait like when for like the house my favorite house I grew up in Moss Beach. Um and it's been through so many like different owners now. It's like started out I think they got it for like 35,000 like or less like walking distance or 35. It was like walking distance from John Fitzgerald Preserve right by the Moss Beach Distillery and all that. Highway 1. And now the houses are like a million freaking and up.
Yeah.
But these people completely ruined the house. Like, took out the trees, put up like this big old wall out front. I had to put up a camera over it to look in there. But before they did that, I would wait for the open houses. And I would just be like, hey, I used to live here. Can I come in and like see my old room and all that? And
Yeah.
so I
Like
got to walk through it a few times.
the other night we went by, my wife was like, "Where are we going?" I was like, and I had picked her up from work and it was late, and she's like, "Where are we going?" I said, "I just want to run by my grandmother's old house, because I know they've been fixing it up and fixing, is that a word? They've been fixing that place up, and
Fixing.
they jacked it way up, and anyways, went by there. It's been completely the same thing, completely gutted and like jacked up in the air like 5 feet. New front steps are going in. They've completely. I've heard they've put over $500,000 into the remodel of this place, and but I went by and I'm looking at it. New roof and everything on it. It's completely redone. And my wife's looking at it and she's like, "But I used to love the front porch that was on this house." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not there anymore." And I'm like, "Man,"
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, I know things change, and the same with the house I grew up in. Things change, shit gets old, it's got to be rebuilt or torn down or whatever. But like, I spent so much time in my grandparents' house. I like grew up in there, and I mean, we got married in that house. There's like lots of memories in that house, and from being 4 years old to adulthood, and it's kind of cool in a way to see a place that you grew up in, or an old family house or whatever. It's cool to see it, and well, there's new life in it. There's a new family in it. Shit happens. Time goes on. Time doesn't stop. Things got to change, but at the same time, it's kind of sad. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel. Should I be happy or should I be sad? Because not only memories of me, but memories of all my family that resided in that house that are all dead and gone now, including my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles. They're all, passed away and gone, and as all I have is the memories. And now I look at the house and I don't even recognize it. I mean, I
Damn.
know what it is, but it's just weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. I think about a lot of weird shit like that sometimes. But then again, who knows what's going on inside my brain right now? Could
Yeah.
be the worms knocking on my skull trying to get out.
Let's see
Is
which
there
one
anything?
I got now. We have not the tail. Is it the tail? It's the
Yeah,
tail. The human tail. And it's
told.
another video that I just kind of chopped apart because you get like the idea. But, and this actually came out a couple of years ago. Just a regular old robotic tail made for humans. Nothing to see here.
Got one of those strange stories about a tail.
If you've ever wondered what it feels like to have a oh, if you've ever wondered what it feels like to have a tail, that doesn't sound like a real sentence. Japanese researchers have some good news for you. ARC robotic tail. that aids in equilibrium management and provides haptic feedback to the wearer is a thing that now exists. Researchers from the university call the mechanical marvel an artificial biomimicry inspired anthropomorphic tail. See it for yourself. Arc was built to offset and balance movements. You can adjust the tail's length by adding or removing vertebrae, and adjust the weight by adding or removing small weights that fit into the slots within each vertebrae, as shown in the video above. The tail features 4 muscles that move in response to your actions. It has the ability to create force and uses feedback from those muscles to move it in one of 8 directions. Though Arc's design takes cues from several members of the animal kingdom, like monkeys, the structure the autonomy of a seahorse tail because it can bear and offset the brunt of the weight that the body, whether it's a human's or a seahorse's, is constantly moving around. In order to provide enough energy to move Arc's muscles, researchers used a pneumatic actuator powered by an air compressor. This setup allowed each muscle on the arc to manage 8 kilopascals or approximately 12 psi. Besides maintaining balance, the team behind Arc says the tail can also be used to change the center of mass of the user to off-balance their posture. Arc is not prehensile, meaning it doesn't have the ability to grip or latch onto objects the way seahorses do. Right now, the robotic tail can help in equilibrium maintenance, may prevent fall injuries, and could enhance the augmented reality experience of video games. But because the system isn't to deal with limited mobility and range of motion. They report that Arc's creators have plans for a freestanding, free-fitting tail in the future. It will probably be just as weird, but potentially even more useful. So let's see this gentleman
With the tail.
yeah, with the tail. I just lost the word. Like demonstrate. See him demonstrate it for us.
Okie dokie. Let me clear out.
Oh yeah, I had so many weird ones just from Japan today alone that oh my
There's
goodness.
Strange stuff over that way.
There really, really is.
Okay, here we go.
In this
And
work,
she
present ARC, an artificial biomimicry inspired anthropomorphic tail to allow us alter our body momentum for assistive and full body haptic feedback. In some situations, our bodies may lack the ability to support or balance us when we are climbing high cliff or lifting heavy objects. Several previous work addressed the limitations of our bodies by augmenting our existing upper and lower limbs we accustomed to. However, unlike human body, several vertebrate animals rely on their tail passively for their mobility and balance. Thus, in this work, we aim to expand our innate body functions passively through biomimicry-inspired tail. ARC is designed as a wearable pneumatic tail, with adjustable length and weight to accommodate with the user's body and to provide sufficient force to alter body's momentum. Driven with 4 artificial muscles embedded within the tail, ARC can provide force on 8 directions depending on the actuated muscles. Each of the 4 muscles consists of a bladder that allows the expansion and contraction of its length. The overall structure of the tail itself is inspired from the seahorse tail, which is feasible to design and handle high amount of forces compared to the body size. Thus, we designed it to be both length adjustable by adding or removing vertebrae into the tail, and weight adjustable by adding extra weights into the vertebrae. To provide sufficient force to drive the muscles, we using pneumatic actuator driven by an air compressor. Each muscle can handle up to 0.8 kPa with the current design. Through this tail, we show the ability to passively provide forces to the user's body based on the estimated center of gravity of his posture in order to correct his body balance.
Can you wag it when you're happy?
What are you in for today, Mr. Autry? I want to get me one of them new robotic tails put on.
I bet you could fly up a mountain. Like if you're like not like a huge mountain, but like a hill mountain. I bet if you had that tail, you could just run your ass up there. So yay or nay on the tail.
I dated a girl for a while, a long time ago, that had a tail. Wasn't that big, but yeah, she kind of had a tail. It was
bone.
It was kind of strange.
Like an actual tail, though.
Yeah.
Could you touch it?
Yeah. It's kind of strange. She was like, yeah, I have a tail. I was like, huh? What? Say what? What did you say?
Like, was it actually like a little nub that came out like an actual little like piece of tail?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Strange.
That's pretty crazy.
First time for everything, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, at least it was a tail.
Yeah, that's true. Is that a tail you got, or?
I mean, talk about a unique like. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I thought so.
Because that just proves, like stuff about the human bodies. That's just like such a rare. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tail.
That's some tail.
You won the internet for tonight.
Well, speaking of winning the lottery, if you won the lottery, the Conjuring House is going up for auction on Halloween. You could buy the Conjuring House. How about that?
Oh, but to say the price.
Let's see. The infamous Conjuring House, which has been the center of a series of controversies over the last year, is set to be sold on an auction, fittingly held this coming Halloween. According to local media reports and purportedly haunted Rhode Island home turned tourist attraction in the community of Burville fell into foreclosure this summer. Last week, J.J. Manning Auctioneers announced the forthcoming Halloween sale date that was undoubtedly chosen due to the site's spooky reputation. The forthcoming auction is something of a culmination of strange saga that began when the now former owner of the property, Jacqueline Nunez, made headlines last August for firing a coworker who she claimed the site's resident ghost had accused of stealing. Following subsequent clashes with the local community, the paranormal tourist attraction eventually lost its entertainment license last November, leading to additional controversy over refunds for people who have paid to stay at the haunted residence, but were left out in the proverbial cold when the business shuttered or shut down. When the Conjuring House was no longer able to function as a tourist attraction, it was largely abandoned in the last few months until it ultimately fell into foreclosure. And as one would imagine, the auction house overseeing the sale envisions considerable interest in the site that spawned the sprawling cinematic universe consisting of a staggering 9 supernatural international 9 supernatural films to date. Jeez, I can't even read now. This is not just a local sell or a regional sell. It's not even national. It's truly international. Justin Manning marveled, indicating that they expect something of a festival like atmosphere on this Halloween sale, including costume fans anxious to see who will ultimately become the next caretaker of the Conjuring haunted house.
They're just like,
Yeah, yeah. Slurping it up.
I wonder who's going to end up with it.
So, what's his name? The comedian. What's his name? He's the one that owns the freaking haunted museum now, right? With Abby.
Yeah,
What's that guy's name?
the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forget what his name is, but yeah. I don't know. Would you guys buy that house? Would you want to live there? I don't think I would. I
Mm,
don't. I just had
it's not
enough.
that great of a house. I mean, not that I mean, I'd have it just to like play in or, experiment and do whatever. But like, I don't think I'd want to live in it. Not because I'm like scared, but it's just not like that cool of a
Yeah, I mean,
house.
it's not like a big fancy house.
Or even like, it's just not really my thing.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a house like what's the
A
gun?
cute Victorian and gothic type something, or just even like cute or
What's the house that the lady had that was like built, worked on forever?
Winchester.
Winchester. There you go. The Winchester house.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of a interesting house, but doors that lead to nowhere and steps that go to nothing, and you know.
everything's 13. The candlesticks, the steps,
But
all
yeah,
at 13.
hey, it's the number 13.
Matt Rife, that is
Right there.
right.
It's tattooed on me arm.
Matt Rife.
Matt Rife. There you go. Yeah, I got a 13 tattooed on my arm on Halloween, which is the 31st, which is what was backwards is 13.
But your birthday.
Yep. But yeah, who knows? Yeah, is Zach going to try to buy it? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. The place isn't,
He's been awfully quiet.
yeah, the place isn't. I don't know. Like you say, it's not. It's not like a big fancy house. It's kind of a shit show of a house.
Like, the only cool factor about it is it's the Conjuring house. Like,
Yeah,
there's no, like, I don't know.
I don't see it going for millions of dollars, but who knows? Who knows?
They're selling it on the novelty of it, not.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like Debbie. I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to live there. I got enough weird shit in my life at this point. I don't. I just want to chill. I don't want any more problems. I don't want to wake up with my head sewn on backwards or something weird.
It has property. Yeah, how much property is it on? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like little whimsical, like cool things that are, or like castle, like stuff in the UK where they're like little castles and things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's like Richie Blackmore. From Deep Purple back in the day. Him and his wife Candice Knight. They live in a castle over there in the UK. Their house is a castle, which that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm sure he probably didn't pick it up for 10 grand or something.
No.
But
Because a lot of those things stay in like the families.
yeah, yeah, but it's cool, like here in St. Augustine, oh, we got a lot of history, but we're like baby history compared to a lot of those places over there.
Hmm.
Those places are hundreds and hundreds of years old. We're like here, it's like it's old if it's 200 years old. Some tourists come in and they're talking about it and they're like, yeah, where I live, there's castles that are 500 or 1,000 years old.
Where the cobblestone and the stone in the streets are saturated with the energy and the residualness and the history of like every being. Like I always like in London wanted to go like through the alleys of like Jack the Ripper or something, and like touch the walls and just be on that street where the feet and the energy was,
Yeah,
just wanting to touch all the stone and absorb all that crazy energy.
yeah, 8.5 acres. That's nothing to shake your.
Yeah, nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah, I'd like 8.5 acres.
Hell yeah.
Put my house right in the middle of it.
Yeah, you could do a lot with that. Wait, is it my turn again, or did you just go?
Yep, it's you.
This last one, I can remember. Oh, I found another one. I'm going to look at later because I don't know if it's real or not. But they have the engineers invented a headset that records your dreams and lets you play them back when you wake up. And there's a link to it. So I don't know if they're actually out yet or not, or if it's just the same stuff we've been reading about. Ah, yes. All in the name of love.
Mm.
Have you seen the South Park where the dad turned into a dolphin because he wanted to be a dolphin, and Stan wanted to be, because like whoever got to change into something, and so the doctor Stan goes, well, I want to be a tall black guy so I can black man so I can be really good at sports, and I can't remember what they called it, and Kyle says like, is that a good idea? And the guy goes, well, if you want to be a tall black man, yes, otherwise no. Like it's not. And so they're like cutting his, like, they're like, first we cut your legs in half, and then or and then they add some stilts in it and do all this stuff, but they really do limb shortening and limb lengthening, and these women are doing it hoping I'm finding love. Some taller women are reportedly turning to limb shortening procedures in order to improve chances of finding a suitable romantic. Women used to always want to be tall, to be like the tall models, and you like them tall.
Hmm.
In a time when leg injuries are becoming increasingly popular among height challenged women, are apparently doing the opposite, going under the knife to shorten their height to increase their chances of finding a partner, because they want to be fun size. They want to be the girls that can be picked up and twirled, they say. Um,
Hmm.
and I didn't say it here, but I've heard them say it a lot. More and more clinics in Istanbul, Turkey, are offering this controversial procedure as part of attractive packages that include hospitalization as well as free city tours, restaurants, meals, and even boat trips. Originally designed for medical purposes, to correct limb length and balance, limb shortening surgery has allegedly become popular among women who believe a petite stature is more desirable. Osteoshortening surgery involves cutting the patient's leg bone, removing part of the femur, and then fixing the bones together with metal rods. Turkish doctors claim they can shorten the thigh by up to 5.5 centimeters and the calf by up to 3 centimeters, but experts say those interested in the procedure should expect excruciating pain, a long recovery period, and potentially irreversible nerve damage that can lead to muscle weakness and loss of function, infection, delayed bone healing, and even bone non union. A fracture that fails to heal can also occur. Because the metal rods inserted in the patient's bones have a weight limit, patients undergoing osteoshortening should weigh between 70 and 75 kg. So what happens if you gain weight? Oh my gosh. Despite the serious risks involved in limb shortening surgery, data shows that an increasing number of women are undergoing the procedure for cosmetic purposes and to increase their chances of finding a romantic partner. Some are convinced that being tall lowers their chances of finding love because men feel awkward with someone taller than them. Just one hospital in Istanbul told British tabloid Mail Online that it had performed 10 leg shortening surgeries since 2023.
Hmm. That's a lot.
For
That's
more
a lot.
controversial,
That's a lot of work.
oh, for more controversial cosmetic procedures, check out shoulder straightening fillers and eye color changing surgery. Up the eye.
Hmm. Damn.
So how many people would do this?
Contacts are cheap. That's a
Yeah,
lot of work. That's a lot of work and a lot of pain just to find love or whatever. I mean, most girls, I mean, I don't know. Seems like they could just like flash the guy their boobs and it'd be a lot less work than getting your legs shortened.
yeah,
Uh,
and
just
again,
saying.
it's like what makes people different. Like, and you don't know what every guy likes, and what if the guy that you like isn't, I don't know, who you end up meshing with? I don't know. I don't know.
What
Whatever
about
makes you feel better, I guess. It's not my
yeah,
body.
yeah, that's a lot of trauma to cause yourself just for attractiveness or whatever you want to call it.
And it's not even like you're doing it because you want to be taller or shorter because that will make me feel better. I want to be taller because I want to maybe be a model one day and I'm off on the height requirement. I never believe in doing surgery for somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what people do to their own body, but do it for you.
Yeah.
Don't do it for somebody else. Yeah, I like all sorts.
Yep.
Oh,
I even liked that green girl on Star Trek from a long time ago. That mentally scarred me for life.
dear. Oh my
In a,
goodness. Or
in a
like
good.
on Futurama, the women from Shushu.
Yeah.
Shishu. You die of Shishu.
Yeah, I don't know about limb shortening for love. Hey,
Mm-mm.
that could be a slogan. Limb shortening for love.
Or a song. We could put it in a chat sheet. Be a country song.
Expect a long healing recovery and lots of pain. Oh yeah, sign me up. Like I haven't had enough pain and long recovery.
Excruciating.
Yeah, excruciating pain. Yeah, there you go. No, thank you. I think I'm going to pass on that.
Yeah, I think I'll pass.
It's funny. I did a little open mic thing last night, and just a couple guys there, and they hadn't seen me in a while, and they're like, "Man." Well, first of all, my cousin was there, and he's been like me. He's been in and out of the hospital like 20 times in the last month, and his friend was there, and he comes up and he's like, "So, what's up? What's up with you and Eddie here? You like in a competition?" I'm like, "Competition?" He's like, "Yeah, see who can stay in the hospital the longest." Like, yeah, I'm kind of over that. But yeah, my other friend came up and he's like, "Damn, man." He goes, "Looks like you've lost a lot of weight." I'm like, "Yeah, I have. I don't recommend the program that I've been on to do it, but yeah, I've lost close to almost 80 pounds. Still got more to go. I was a fat son of a bitch to begin with, but yeah, I don't recommend having a heart attack and 20 surgeries to lose weight. There's
No.
easier ways to do it.
I showed you the picture of my card, my new little boxes to organize my cards.
Yeah, mine are still all stacked up here, looking like death trap gonna fall on my head. I need some organization in here.
You bought way more than me, but I just. Why did my thingy turn off? It's because the cat. I don't think you can see it though. Yeah, the little plastic guy.
There you go.
And then I got one for the other side too. And so now it's like nice plastic. You can see on the sides, and the box, the other side is like a box that's like collapsing.
Yeah.
I'll have two on both sides. I was kind of wanting like a long plastic thing to like go across from one side to the other to make kind of like a shelf,
Yep. Yep.
extra shelf. It did come with like two lids, but I don't think I can make like a shelf. I mean, it's not. I just need like a long piece of wood or something, and then I have extra room. And I can line all of my like all my ingredients, my potion ingredients up there.
Yeah, this is what's right above my head.
Oh, I
Boxes and boxes of cards and other stuff that I could sneeze and it could all fall on me and crush me to death.
no. You see a pile of cards and like a hand sticking out.
Yeah.
I had a story tonight of a man who got stuck there, like in a line of massage chairs, and I guess he got stuck in his chair or something, locked in. So he had to like text people, begging them to get him out of this chair.
Wow. Yeah, we have a massage chair, and like it like it wraps around your legs, and I could see getting stuck in it because when it wraps around your legs, you're like you can't move. It's like it's got to do what it's going to do, and you don't get out. Kind of, if you're claustrophobic, it's a little weird at first. Let me go, chair. One of them kinky fetish chairs locks you in place.
Really hold you snug.
This got a pretty mouth. Hmm.
This one's got a pretty mouth.
How did you drop them bitches? That's a scene in a movie that'll haunt you forever.
Oh yeah. Well, one scene in a movie that'll haunt you forever.
Hmm. Yeah. I always see those, there's shows for like home makeovers and stuff. I'm like, man, I wish I could win those for one of my, wish I could win one of those for my garage. And it just pops up today, then and now on your Facebook. And I look at the then picture, and it's a picture of my garage floor after I just got done like epoxy in it, and there's like nothing in my garage. It's just a clean slate. And I'm like, damn, that lasted for like a week. Now it's just a path through the garage.
Oh God, you've cleaned that like several times since I've known you to like make a pretty good dent in it just to have it.
Yeah. And it's still never, there's more room in it now than there has been in the last few years, but yeah, it's still a complete shit show. Yeah, Debbie, I know that feeling.
I
It's
hear
like,
that.
I still got my mom's stuff. Like, I got stuff upon stuff upon stuff.
And
Like,
you've gotten rid of a lot of stuff.
yeah, like George Carlin. Some stuff is just stuff, and some stuff is shit, and some stuff is other people's shit. Yeah, yeah. Some days I just want to go rent a giant dumpster and just throw everything in it and start over. Start with a clean slate. Start back on that then picture on my Facebook page. Then when it was fresh epoxy on the floor. And when, I went out there and was like, ooh, there's some dust and dirt here. Let me sweep that up. Now I can't even fit a broom out there. But what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? What's Wegovy?
Wegovy. That's one of them weight loss
Wegovy?
drugs. Yeah, I did that Manjaro and all that crap for a while.
Uh,
No Wegovy, no Manjaro, none of that stuff for me.
uh-uh.
It does work. I got a friend that has lost 70 pounds or so on Wegovy, but I've lost almost 80 without Wegovy. So,
Is that like the other Ozempic or whatever?
yeah, it's one of those glucoptic. I don't know how to say the word. Drugs.
And then they get like Ozempic face and Ozempic skin. I mean, some people do fine, but some people end up like everything else. It depends on the person.
Yeah, like what is up with like some of these girls, like Hollywood or actors or musicians, man? That is that like from Ozempic or something? Because man, some of them just look freaking weird now. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
Ariana Grande or whatever her name is, she just looks like a freaking alien.
Yeah, and they're doing something to the makeup, kind of like what Pam did, but it's like I'm seeing a lot of people kind of having that weird, I don't know, just like another step for like kind of look like a when you see a lot of people doing the same kind of thing, you kind of wonder why.
Yeah, I saw pictures of Miley Cyrus. I mean,
Oh gosh,
I'm like,
that's
what's
who I was
going
trying
on?
to think of.
That is just like strange.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was just trying to think of. And Coca Cola or Coca? Coca?
Goby and Coke. That'll do it.
The Jenny Crank diet.
Yeah. How'd you lose weight, man? Cocaine, the old fashioned way. Methamphetamine.
Cocaine. No, we do not endorse recreational use of narcotics.
We'll probably get flagged for that. For saying the word. Oh,
Drugs
well.
are bad.
Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad when you run out of them.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
I don't even want to like.
I quit drinking about an hour ago
When I ran out.
when I ran out.
I quit smoking cigarettes a couple hours ago
Yep.
because I ran out.
Mm.
Yeah, right. My ass would be like down at the liquor store while I still had 2 cigarettes. I am so glad not to be tied to that anymore. Oh my gosh, that had me by the balls, man.
Yeah.
Like wherever you go, you always have to think about, do I have enough cigarettes? Do I have my cigarettes? Like, I'm running out. I got to go get cigarettes. Will you pick me up a pack of cigarettes? Like, I
Yeah.
am so glad to be out of that.
Especially as much as a freaking pack of cigarettes cost nowadays.
Oh, there's no way. And I was two packs a day easy.
Yeah.
When I was married, it was like 3 packs because it was like my day pack, his day pack, and then we'd have to, one of us would pick one up on the way home from work because both of our packs would almost be gone, and we'd need the nighttime pack.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's 2 packs a day. That's, here they're $10, 10 plus a pack. So, you're looking at $22 a day and just for cigarettes.
And then if you get like cigarettes and a Red Bull,
Oh yeah. Add another $4 or $5 on there.
like
It's like Sam,
$4.45, $5.45.
she was living here, I'd get her a pack of cigarettes and a Red Bull, and I'm like, there's $20 a
Mm-hmm.
day just in freaking Red Bull and cigarettes. Shit adds up.
And that's it. That's not food. That's not that.
Yeah.
That's just.
I mean, hell, I can eat good on $20 a day for food,
Yeah. Well, at least back then, yeah.
Hell, I could do it now between fishing and stuff. Man,
Oh,
sometimes
yeah. If you could go
make a meal.
fishing.
Sometimes I'll make a meal and I'll be like, wow, I got like $4 in this whole meal, if that. And then other times, I'll go to the store just to grab a few things to make a meal, and I'm like, holy shit, I just spent $60.
Like $40 for taco night.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing, man.
And that lasts 3 days though, like because I get the corn tortillas, I make the things, and I make like a taco bar with like a pound of meat. And so like I could have them for 3 days, but it's like $40 tacos, and that's getting like just 2 tomatoes and a head of lettuce and 1 avocado and an onion.
Yeah. Yeah, there's.
Cheese.
I was watching a video the other day on YouTube. These people, had come here and they were like, great places to eat in St. Augustine. It was like one of those videos, and I was watching it, and they went to a local taco place here, and they got some tacos to go, and they came out and they're like, well, here's what $45 looks like. And it was like 3 tacos and some chips. I'm like, what the hell happened to like dollar taco night? I guess I'm living in the past. Yeah, there's another friend of mine used to own a taco place down here, and they'd have a special where the tacos, it was like taco night, Taco Tuesday or whatever, and the tacos were like $4.50 a piece. That was the deal. I'm like, hmm.
See, I can make 6, 6, 12, 6, 6, 8. So wait, 12. Like 20 tacos. I can make 20 crunchy tacos out of um like the $40 for all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe going over to cook on Tuesdays at the Elks Lodge, and I'll be in there slinging tacos. I'm like, I'll come cook if you guys will let me use the ingredients that I want to use. I don't want to be using some
Sissy Lala like spices.
funky. I want to be using some funky 10-cent cow meat from Indonesia.
Mm-mm. Questionable.
Yeah, I don't want to use no questionable ingredients. I want to make some damn good tacos for people. But who knows?
People say that it's only the white people that do the taco bars. Like they go, you grew up in a white household if you A, eat casseroles, or B, ever have like a taco bar where you have all this stuff and then everybody goes around and like makes their tacos. I'm like, really? And I've, had grew up with lots of like friends that were Mexican. And that's how I learned how to make like the real like refried beans and the tortillas and like the good tacos with like the real cheese and all that. And they had their like pot of beans and rice on the stove, and then they would do the tacos but kind of make them like into a little pouch and then put them all on a plate. But I don't see what the difference is by like just letting people assemble their own taco together. Like, but I guess that's a white person thing. I don't know. I never thought that though.
Yeah. I don't know. I've eaten in third world countries before where, it's like they bring you a shitload of food and put it on the table and you just
eat it up with the tortilla.
Yeah, and you just kind of make your own mess,
Like fajitas and stuff. You just like throw it on a tortilla.
Yeah.
I didn't think like a specific race ate like that.
Yeah, like when I was in France, I'd walk down to this. They had like a big open market, and there were these big, huge. They'd be cooking these big, huge pots of paella and stuff, and have like whole chickens in all this rice and everything, and it was cool. I don't know where I was going with that, but Swiss cheese was taking over. You started talking about food, and I think I started getting hungry.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I remember when I was in France, I ate a chicken one, and I was like, okay, what am I talking about? I have no idea.
Now I want some chicken.
Now I want some damn chicken. Yeah, I made chicken and beans and rice the other day. That was pretty good.
Is that what you posted?
Yeah, I was feeling Costa Rica-ish. I was having memories of Costa Rica beans and rice.
Was that the black beans?
Yep.
That was pretty bomb.
Went in the grocery store and got some more tonight.
Yeah?
Got some Goya. Black beans. Frijoles negros.
Frijoles. Ulrich likes the red wine.
Red wine. They were
Wine
here.
used to be the shite.
The night that I went to my little art class, my first foray back into the public after all this leg surgery shit and everything, my buddy that I went to the art class with, he was like, man, I just won. I was like, listen, I was at work and I was listening to the radio all day and they were giving away tickets to a concert tonight and I called and won them. And I'm like, oh yeah, who was it? And he's like, well, I'm not going because we're going to this art class, but it was for UB40. I was like, red wine. But
What else do they sing
good question.
off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I can't say. I know
That's
they
the only one.
got a bunch of other hits, but nothing as big as Red Wine.
Yeah, that's what comes to mind. You making me hungry.
Yeah, seafood paella, man. That's
Oh yeah.
tasty. Anybody like crabs? I've been crabbing lately.
I flippin' love crab. My
Do
uncle
you?
has crab. Yeah, he has a crab boat.
I got me some new crab traps the other day. I'm gonna be doing some
Nice.
crabbing
We usually
video.
have crab on our family holidays.
Nice. I went out the other day just for a little bit, and I caught the hell out of crabs. But
What do you use for bait?
I was just using chicken the other day, and I got crab traps, but I just bought some ring traps, because they're like $4 or $5,
Yeah.
and
So
I
you
was
tie it in there and throw it in?
yeah, just tie it and drop it off the dock, and yeah, where I went, man, there was a ton of crabs, but I was in the kiddie pool. They were all little. Like I've been fishing, I've been catching a ton of fish, but they're all little. Go crabbing, catching a shit. I was like, put the trap out, and within less than 5 minutes, pull it in, and there's like 3 crabs in it, but they were all like this big.
You ever try cat food cans where you just poke the holes in it?
I haven't yet, but I'm probably gonna.
Because that way, too, they can't eat all the bait all the way, and they just keep getting it's like chum, and it's
Yeah.
like chumming out the holes.
Yep.
I used to love crabbing off the pier.
Yep.
We had the big round, like, circle crab traps that you throw over. We had some of the ring ones, too.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a guy here that.
And then you got to pull them out hella fast.
Yep. There's a guy here that makes crab traps. I got a few of his the other day. They're like really good ones. Like they're the ones you buy like Walmart or Bass Pro or anything like that. They're basically made out of chicken wire, and they're made out of good vinyl coated wire that is pretty stout and holds up good. And he does a killer job making them, and they're reasonably cheap compared to
Going out and buying one.
yeah. Yeah, there's his name right there. Weird Wire. Right down the road from me here.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
too bad,
man.
especially if you have the box with the little flopping lid. You make the little lid.
Yep. Yeah, Debbie, y'all could come up here and we'll have some redfish, have a big crab boil. That'd be awesome. I ain't opposed to doing that at all. I like eating seafood.
That is the best.
Yeah, the fishing ought to be fired up here real like any time. It'd be good right now, except the wind's blowing like 30 miles an hour. But
Linda has never tried lobster or crab.
really? Wow.
Are you allergic or why not? What's this reason? It seems gross to you because they're bottom feeders or
It's like eating a spider.
so good.
I like kind of do in a way creep me out a little bit sometimes. You're holding a crab and they've got all these legs and these big pinchers and you're like, damn, I'm eating a big ass bug. But a shrimp's a bug too, so they sure taste good with some lemon and butter. uh, yeah, Debbie, if I get into the crabs and
Just never had it.
fish, man, we ought to do that.
We missed 11/11.
Oh yeah. Never had it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I got a bunch of stone crab traps that I built a while back, and like stone crabs, if you go to the market to buy stone crabs, you better take like a pocket full of money because that shit
Hmm.
is not cheap. Yeah, I mean it's definitely rich people food. Stone crabs are probably one of the most expensive seafoods you can buy right now.
I was lucky to be in a family of fishermen.
Yeah, but like you can go out and catch them
Mm-hmm.
in a day, and basically, if you got the traps and stuff, is all you
You
got to
always
do.
have little crab boils catching a bunch of the crabs,
Yeah,
catching crabs on the beach.
I mean, like right now, I got crab traps of a couple different kind, and you can I can bait them with the fish carcasses of the fish that I catch. So it's like once you have the gear, you can go out and fish and catch crabs, fish, clams, oysters, fish, whatever you want. And you don't, doesn't like sometimes I make a meal and I'm like, I can't believe how little money I have into this, excluding, buying the gear up front. That's what costs you. But
That's
hell,
the investment.
yeah, it's an investment. I mean, it's a tool that you got to have, you
And then
know?
it's the hobby of being outside and doing it. So you're getting the satisfaction of the hobby.
Yeah. French fry stealing guy. Yep, I remember that. I thought Debbie was going to break some dude's arm one night. He was reaching across and just taking French fries off her plate. And she was like, I'm having none of this shit. You touch my food again, I'm going to break your arm. I was going to say something, and I'm like, wait a minute. I think this girl can handle her
She's
own right
got
here.
it handled.
I think she's got it handled. I was impressed.
I think I need to start getting ready to get my cats their 11 o'clock medicine.
Yep.
Already that time.
I got to go take my nighttime meds.
Nighttime meds. I gotta give my cats their meds.
Take my human shop vac with me. I had to go get a seatbelt thing to put on the strap of this thing. That shit was killing my neck. I had a blister on my neck from the stupid strap of this thing because it weighs like 10 pounds. Like carrying a bowling ball around on my neck. Fun. I don't recommend it. Anyways,
Mhm.
hopefully they'll take it off of me soon. My home health nurse is going on vacation. She's going to be gone. She's coming Friday, but that'll be the last day she's here for 2 weeks. She's like, hopefully by the time I come back from vacation, I'll be here to take that thing off of you. I'm like,
Boy.
you would be awesome. You'd be my favorite person of the
So
day.
you're gonna have it an extra week?
I got it at least a couple more weeks.
I mean, of wearing it before it gets changed again?
I'll be. What's today? Wednesday? Well, it's technically Thursday, but yeah, she comes again on Friday to change it, and then she'll be gone. But no, I'll have a different home nurse coming.
Oh.
Yeah, won't be my regular.
I was gonna say, is it gonna grow into the stuff after that and then like really have to rip it out?
Yeah, I have mushrooms growing out of my leg or something. Horn, third arm.
A third
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. Exactly. Should have asked. I think that guy had one too many that night, though. Just randomly picking food off your plate. I'm like, oh, she's finna break your fingers and stick them in your ass, sir. uh, all right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us as usual. Love you guys. And is Jason doing a show this Sunday? Yeah. I don't know. Haven't heard. I'll probably be there for the beginning, if not for most of it. So there you go. There you have it. I'm over and out. Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch y'all next time. Until then, stay weird.